I'm Rafał Bartoszewski. I've lived in a city for all my life, but I always knew that the best and the most important things are outside. That's why I want to take you. Closer to the nature. The spring is the time when the nature comes back to life, and the time when in many species a new life appears. At the end of May, I went to the forest early in the morning, and the family atmosphere was felt everywhere around. It's quite cool today, but also beautiful. It's a breeding season of birds, so I took a binoculars and I hope that I will find some youngs. I didn't have to look for them for a long time. I found a group of young mute swans on the lake nearby. They are precocial species, so they can leave the nest early after the moment of hatching, and they can follow their parents. One could think that nothing can spoil the pleasure of observing this family, but after some time it was better to move away from the water and go deeper into the forest. I have to hurry up because they will eat me alive. I don't know how I could forget the insect spray. That day my goal was one of the most popular woodpeckers, the great spotted woodpecker. It's a middle-sized bird with white, black and red feathers. It's easy to distinguish the male from the female because only he has a red patch on the nape and her nape is just black. However, both sexes have bright red undertail. The black stripe or mustache, which goes from the beak to the black feathers on the upper part of the head, distinguishes this species from other similar looking species of woodpeckers. Legs of these birds have 4 toes. 2 of them point forwards and 2 point backwards, and they end with the strong claws. They allow them to walk well even on the vertical tree trunks. They flew away. The characteristic flight of woodpeckers is wavy, and birds at first flap their wings to gain height, and after that they stop, fold wings and fall for a moment to repeat the sequence and rise again. I am walking through the forest at the moment and I'm trying to hear a drumming, so the characteristic sound when the woodpecker hits the tree trunk or the branch with its beak. If I hear it, it will not mean that the woodpecker is looking for food. It will mean that it is marking its territory. When woodpeckers look for food, they hit a tree trunk or branch with their beaks, but they do it much slower, quieter. When we hear this characteristic sound when we walk through the forest, it means that the woodpecker informs other individuals that this place belongs to it and it is the owner of this territory. The songbirds do it with their songs, and woodpeckers hit a tree trunk with their beaks. In early spring I would have bigger chances to hear this drumming, because now woodpeckers are busy with something else. It doesn't mean that they are quiet and it's impossible to track them with your ears. We just need to know what sound we are looking for in the big noise of talking birds. It's not drumming, but it's a voice of woodpecker. These single squeaks. One of them has to be on the branches somewhere above me. I hope I will see it. Here, there are two of them. The diet of these birds does not include only insects, and they also eat seeds, especially in the winter months, tree sap, fruits, and sometimes even eggs and chicks of other birds. We also know the woodpecker's forges, which are cracks in which birds put cones to get to their seeds easily. Woodpeckers are anteaters in the world of birds. They have long sticky tongue and during eating they slide it under the bark of a tree to get to the insects or larvae. Additionally, it has a sharp tip which also helps in gathering food. This amazing tongue, which is used to gather food, is very long. It starts near the nostrils and then it wraps around the entire skull. It goes through its upper part, then the back, it branches, goes to the lower part, merges and goes to the beak, and it may be protruded up to 4 cm beyond the tip of the bill. Finally, I heard the sound which cannot be mistaken with anything else. The hollow is just next to the path, but I will make a few steps deeper to the forest to not stress the birds. The hatchling pulls its head out of the hollow, and with its continuous squeaking, it rushes parents which were flying around and gathering food for it. It's not easy to do because chicks seem to be insatiable, and all the time they shout that they want more food. Both of adult woodpeckers have to look for food for their children constantly, and they bring it together. I think that one bird wouldn't be able to do it fast enough. This time the female arrived. The hatchlings stay in the nest for about 3 weeks. You cannot hear, however, a group of crying youngs, and instead of that, from hollow comes the voice of a single chick. The couple is faithful usually during only one season. The female lay a few eggs into the hollow, and both of the parents hatch them. They are a good team, and they also cooperate when they are making a hollow and caring for youngs. I don't even need the binoculars, they are so close. Every year they excavate a new nest hole, and many other species of animals can use the older ones. Beautiful view. The young is ready to fly away from the nest hole, and it will do it soon, but still it won't be independent. It will stay inside of its parents' territory, and they will have to feed it. It's Sunday, so I will not bother them anymore, and I will let them spend this day in peace and in the family atmosphere. The adult birds, however, have little chance to take a rest.